Honey, Bruce didn't overwrite your DNA with his. I did.
You mean you're the reason Terry's related to Bruce?
How? Why?
Because the world needs a Batman. Not that I always thought so, mind you. Before you were born, Bruce and I were enemies. His Justice League was easily the most powerful force on Earth. As you know, I was in charge of Project Cadmus. Over the years, I came to respect Batman, even trust him.
Guess the law of averages means somebody'd have to.
Did you know I was the government liaison with the Justice League for a while? I met some extraordinary people in that job, but none of them were the equal of Batman.
Yeah, who could be?
Not my point. I saw him save the day dozens of times, with nothing but his wits, body, and will. But I saw something else as the years passed. He was getting older, slower. Soon he'd have to retire, or more likely, someone would finally manage to kill him. The thought of a world without Batman was unacceptable. So I decided to make a new one. I used my old Cadmus connections to gather the technology necessary for Project Batman Beyond. Bruce's DNA was easy enough to obtain. He left it all over town. Not remotely what I meant. Then I found a young neo-Gotham couple with psychological profiles nearly identical to those of Bruce's parents. Your father thought he was getting a flu shot. Actually, it was a nanotech solution programmed to rewrite his reproductive material into an exact copy of Bruce Wayne's. A little over a year later, your mother gave birth to you, a child sharing half her genetic material and half Bruce's. But when you're making a Batman, genetics is only part of the story. The rest is tragedy. Stop me if you've heard it before. You're 8 years old. Your parents have just taken you to a rousing adventure film. A grand time is had by all. But unknown to you, a mysterious figure hides in the shadows. My plan was simple. The killer would leap out at you and kill your family. The trauma would put you on the path to becoming Batman. One problem. My assassin wouldn't pull the trigger. I argued with her, but deep down I knew she was right. People say Batman's obsessive, that he'd do anything to achieve his goals. But he'd never resort to murder. So if I was to honor all he stood for, neither could I.
And yet, despite everything, Terry's dad ended up being murdered anyway.
Hey, don't you get it? No matter what you did or didn't do, I was gonna end up being Bruce's carbon copy. It was fate.
Terry.
You know, the Lord's been a great comfort to me all these years.
Seriously?
Try not to look so surprised. Yeah, I've got a lot to answer for when I meet him, but I'd like to believe that for all the harm I've caused, I've also done some good. Maybe the angels need a sharp sword too. Like the good book says, he moves in mysterious ways. His plan is a mystery, but here's what isn't. He gave us free will. We choose our own fate, for good or ill. I've known Bruce Wayne for over 50 years, and I've been keeping an eye on you your whole life. You're not Bruce's clone, you're his son. There are similarities, mind you, but more than a few differences too.
Despite all this being crazy, I think Waller's actually right about that. All this is still nuts, don't get me wrong, but, well, Waller's right about there being a few similarities and differences between you and Bruce, Terry. I mean, I've known you ever since we were kids, Terry, so I know you better than anyone. You're not exactly as smart as Bruce, but you do have his heart, though. And growing up with you, I've never seen anyone else care about their fellow man more than Bruce. Well, except for you, Terry. I guess that's the main reason I fell in love with you. No matter what, as long as you're you, that's the guy I love. I know all this must be a big shock to you most of all, so I'm gonna head home for a bit. I mean, my parents are getting my bathsuit ready in case I need to go on a mission, so might as well get back. But just remember that whether you're Bruce's son or anything else, you're still Terry. And that's the Terry I love. Call me if you need anything.
You want to have a little better life than the old man's? Take care of the people who love you. Or don't. It's your choice.